With just days to go until Canada casts its votes, party leaders are concentrating on ridings where the polls appear extremely close. Conservative leader Stephen Harper has spent much of this week in vote-rich Ontario. So has Liberal leader Justin Trudeau, who held a rally last night in Chris Alexander's riding of Ajax. Joining us now from Ottawa for more races to watch right across the country is political analyst and founder of punditsguide.ca, Alice Funke. Good to see you.
Yes, good morning.
So as we concentrate on a couple of these, let me add, we were just talking about Ontario and Trudeau and Harper, who've been spending a lot of time in vote-rich Ontario. So let me begin there and specifically taking a look at the riding in Vaughan with Julian Fantino. Tell me about that.
Well, when Julian Fantino was recruited to run for the Conservatives a few years ago in Vaughan, the Italian newspaper Corriere Canadiense called him imbattabile. And we think he's battabile now to cousin of Greg Sorbera, Francesco Sorbera. There was a heated all-candidates meeting last week up in the riding, but really he was the last Conservative MP to be nominated, and I think really had second thoughts about, whether to run or not, and it seems he will be in quite a fight now. He was the Veterans Affairs Minister, embattled certainly in that score, but a former OPP Commissioner and Toronto Police Chief, and really someone of significant standing in the Italian community, which is why he had been a catch for the Conservatives.
So let's just travel across the country to Alberta, where a lot of people are saying that the Liberals could make some inroads. One of the ridings you're taking a look at is Calgary Centre. Yeah,
and it has nothing to do with the fact that it's my sister's riding, but it is considered one of the big contests in Calgary. And this is because the incumbent MP, Joan Crockett, who won in a by-election, won by fewer than 5 percentage points at that time. And had there not been a significant Green candidate, in fact, the Liberal Harvey Locke might have taken it. So now Ms. Crockett is facing a very strong challenge from former provincial MLA Kent Hare, the gentleman in a wheelchair. I'm sure your viewers in Alberta are very familiar with him. So that seat was taken by either NDPers or the leader of the Alberta Party in the provincial seats that make it up. So that plus Calgary Confederation, Calgary Skyview are ones to watch in Alberta, along with Edmonton Centre, perhaps for the NDP. There's just been a riding poll out there.
So, and when we talk about vote, which obviously there's a number of, critical ridings in Quebec. But one that you're taking a look at is Gilles Ducep's own riding.
That's right. Well, he won it 7 times in a row, going back to 1990 when he was elected as an independent, just as the Bloc Québécois was forming, the summer of the Oka crisis and Meech Lake. He was defeated rather shockingly by the NDP in the last election, Hélène Laverdière, who's a front bencher for that party, a former diplomat. And so when he came back to replace Mario Beaulieu as leader of the Bloc Québécois, Beaulieu had just been nominated in probably the best seat in Quebec for the Bloc. If Mr. Duceppe had been able to sort of push him out a few weeks earlier, he might have claimed La Pointe de l'Île, but we believe he's probably in trouble in Laurier-Sainte-Marie. He was 30 points behind several weeks ago. He's made up some of it, no doubt, but the question is how much.
Okay, all right. Alice Funke, thank you very much for joining us.
Okay then, good morning.